Yo, assalamualaikum barimulu, assalamualaikum alaikum bake. Along mol bebe kairo kono. Se mo be konton sun karola. Along mol bebe finding. Yo, kale al sakol bandi nga post ni kenon kombina ala juna do mandinkela. But for some reasons manano juna bake wonyam. Sun karola kol mandia kombinano juna non bari lafta kamel so do jamabe sunte bolto aning kudol so imakiliano ko kamala natana fonko nyin letundi domandinke bar manna safro fana ci ka faali ko mo kablet la so kamala be hakol dan la bake nyin kamala ko ngawato mo fo manna ken yo okay na audio binatan ne mam correct ba ko nyama dalila do fana me yelletinde wala mun na audio system o tin batray kam pour kan na audio system o nyin ka bondi bari man na bondi no famata na system o balala bitum audio system o fon pija ko sotam bulo ko man na bondi no ya bari mbadi mo lu sa ale kontam baki han sa insal bismillah ko rek na programme o fanato ka kamen sambali na jam bi na fa nyamen rom ya minala jam pour kan na nam sol soto kan reaction o ke a very sad incident make it a National Assembly be make it a diaspora vote indeed. It's not going to happen anymore. Kuali amo nyameng aning jamai kibaru ni nyameng NPP deputy ru aning some independent National Assembly members here below nyinta ya fai wala munyenti ko iko diaspora te vote in kala ntolmen be diaspora jang te ka tre fai la dalilu membi ye amra ande mawo fu nyoy tinyaro membe ke kan suwo kono anding filin rol membe ke kan suwo kono dol ngawol kalamta diaspora e wosude muli wosude so wakamala nata be National Assembly member so la jam honorable Madi Ceesay honorable Lamin Ceesay kia West be wol so la jam ben UDP youth president fana so la jam honorable Haggi Suwaneh mbowol fana so la na jande pour ningol fani ina ka jak yeah so let's see na honorable court follow ngam rambade soro la pour ngade fana na few minutes so sunkaro le mo man fanga baake bari be honorable Madi Ceesay ko la ngade soro nate kacaji ndadi there is some more update mun ngere National Assembly bi mun mu dalilo ti me yalon ka keta je be honorable soro la be mako la woto assalamu alaikum honorable
alaikum salam.
Yo, guys, this is 𝒘𝒘𝒘 TV&MEDIA. Honorable nge kontom ba ke nge bismillah nge la update so jele bi alla sittings ke daña ben National Assembly. Yo ko nge call wala asemol bondi kumpa mun keta National Assembly bi aning ko men keta ge ay mun fring Gambia no li aning ay mun itandi Gambia no la.
Baraka bake nge kontom bake ni TV crew doglal mo be ani lamoral men do gambe kono ani gambe bandala lenkata bi National Assembly abala fa warta bake kadon be jikirin ko nyim banko bo den dalale be sirim banko kambe be sirim banko e bandala den takare ni mirol na mirakendo na fo loi crafta abe daro tembo do saya fere dipte mo ko kawlu ata kadira faske no loi wala min de kaaje ko banku dul men yalon ko be sinna gambe banku e bandra wal fanan fushi dablo no carte fode carte fay mo le wal fanan carte fay no e nim fu daro mo loi de dal na rasta bundar dana ko bundar tanin nani men yalon ko lom nyinte ko gambe dul no banku e bandra nyante register ame MPP député ani ka fon men yalon ko la tan yokan ye blo ta esti la tan yokan ya ko bunda nyinta ya burka tari kabimbe sengla warme ko ni bo loi de dal al ka futa tamboro nal nyo sabake da akake carte fawle sai ndel membe UDP ani na modul na independent candidate men ko janyambole la candidate ani banjula south la candidate ani do la candidate men bije ani APS la candidate killing wolin tol be la hanyo kan kaaje ko ni post men bije pour gambe do men be banko e bandre fansi dablo no kata foto nyama ye registration soto wol be lo to la ko fasa bari NPP ani la mol men la ñoo kam be ko la nom ila tombon dipitol mo be kata abe kono sidi njabo mol le kono ani independent candidate na ko mo sama fonna ni na ko fo dipitol lo miti woni NPP ko li NRP ko la la ñoo ke mo mo ni du e ko gambe dum membe banko e bantlawol manyana register la ni mo mo register wala da no kata fo kono wodo wala data ñoo bi e gambe dum bari kata fo la gambe dum membe banko e bandra ni o manya fanan jibe sinaje ko wonen banko la maral campagne wali ñoo atale da dum banko la maral campagne sembo di gambi yaddi wo gambi di ni sibe sanji tan sai fo e sandola jado be kendali sunu ba nyama wol benyante dabla carte fo ko non to be banko kam fo de banko e bandawol benyante glal comme constitutional process na ko very clear in the constitution but bi ni do da kafta nyama bi de na nyola yin gambi dum le bali e dabla gambe la protocol carte fo ko nyal ko abala fa wata baake election bilo ni mo be ya jube plus keme plus tallu ni woro dal bije bare be tembo men da ko mba start kan be committee of the whole house wala ka be jibe clean ko do nyimbe bunda tan nani nyaw nyimbe tawal ko dami am ko gambiru nyanta registration o kala men do banko e bandla ya wala fundi ni do ba bu ko ni ko ya
kamonda albe bu ko nyen
kan double mo
albe bu ko nyen na domando man jibe kam fo alfutata nyin temboto ko mon ko diaspora la voting section of damento so itol ko wala bondige completely diaspora wala voting kala so ni faham ngafala so ni faham kamonda dolla molu na UDP DPTL be wol be sonde nyinal ko mon ko Gambia dingol men be bantala wol nyanna ka carte o fayle aning independent député fula fo ni député clean aning janjambure is janjambure what député lu aning
no you dol UDP député même député bon la ñu wura rola dol be sondale aning Banjul South la député clean même honorable Tuman Jaiti aning honorable Ablaye Njai
okay
aning wuli is mo do la député di honorable Touré woni janjambura député aning janjambura ko la député ay ñine letter carte fay député bu ngol wol be kaftan tol man sonta ko gambe do membe banko e bandare ñan register lu ñante dablo carte foko
okay
so ñi mo tomal wolle ko hani gambe do membe banko e bandare man ñana register la ni man ñane dablo carte foko kad wala modi ni be mo ma register wala ka ata dablo carte foko wala ko ma da ko be ni mobile registration la wa ya bal carte foko dan fon
wala mo honorable ndela wato tala baake ngela update o moy le dol mo bela contenta be ngela update o moy andu nyinga be ya baake ege ni si faake dal député bungu kono alka fundi na wati kilin rek aliye mol bondo kumba mengeta woka bete ya baba baake magele men be sane ndi jan UDP député o be abe kam menda ko mon ko UDP kam menda nyina ko Gambia dingolu ibe UDP o manta UDP ila nyanto len pour yekat ro fay andu to ngi face ala pour yekat ro fay aning honorable Tumanjay mengeta independent I can say aning PDOIS aning janjambol okay honorable okay honorable saying la fakay ni ka question la bongo men na dro alfalal be constitution o fana na ko woni kono ndol ko ngata 2020 tala ni ko 2024 da me alon ko ya be falina diate to le nyamen ni yenyin bilo nyim mem fay aning constitution o nyim men kana to la lord la be damento wol yemu na itandi Gambia di ngol ani Gambia la samala Gambia la fijo
2024 draft ni do sa ko barola draft warande dawda jawla draft o be ala halo men do timi ala yake ni karotul mo woni worula ni ndafta dipto do nyatima bari lafta mem fula la moy ral wolo nyinti ko ni ayatare NPP ko to ya be dame ila tani banko nyaato tayla ani ni election bilo men bi ni post 14 gonda ko wo close 14 na ñoo bele sare o 2024 draft ko sa ni ata to na to de lafto 2024 draft wo mo na ke de bi do gonda bi ya bay bari o manke ni karo de simem fo do wolo nyiti ko ni mu fata do luma karoti mo woni worowlo banku dul lafta menna mbole kele anu banku dul lafta menna wolo nyiti ko 2024 draft ka ta order amma ta order
okay
de kunde teta support la ma support bi ma support sini anu nana da inshallah karoti mo woni worowla intere baluri mba vote la outlet anu le loi sembo di député tan ngoro ni ko akana tanda tambe anu NPP ni la ni manya be ama possible député tan nan ni sabo soto no bari tilimbali ani la bala ni banko la o sinata le ko na ni election bilo be 2024 drama ko litel ko la sokko muna kale yo nyindo bay bi ko do mo sai tande ko to na ade newna kambara mantari sono moko
sayin dolla député yamira dolla député be ni dolla député misafe be balanta ko mongo dolla député be a fay no to the 2024 draft bo possibility be nyame on nyaadi le pray fa dak
wo possibility bi jele ko mo manji ja fam bi ni ko bi NPP ko le sula lantella bandul man sula ni nan ni nata ni draft constitutional code bi alan draft constitutional code be nyame ate manke ko nyindo be nyame ke bi indo simple de jesulom ni mo lulu ko ha mo nan ko khani mo lulu tawi lo
okay wo don passé
mo simple de ba nyindo lo akolo ko ni ba fal na député tan nan ni sabanyanda sonna ko tan nan ni sabote NPP bu at NPP ni mo nyol be ni be la nyoke mo so no
okay
ko ni la 2024 pass ko ni na UDP ay dali isonta andu mamira UDP so wala ende kunde nti diam non kunwe ko nte kun honorable Madi Ceesay ko nda west nta support la bi nta support la sam andu ngalon ko nyon jamal bi jere men yalon ko man 2024 draft support asiata mo monte la tawla wodo draft ko sino tano dawoda kaga mantar banku mo la interest kantaka falendro men kada 2024 draft kono hada bade haklo to tano la iko yebo le ni ta yana 2020 draft mo le hakki kat ano kadum ko klimbi je me ala ko
that is the right honorable Madi Ceesay for Serekunda network of Felabe Balanka bari mbadi ngulu atolali honorable
bari president sa ko ndenyo luru president kilindo aw beto mbo ko be ke be ka kayan symbol ko te ga wot hakilo to tano la dara fana ko modu lo kono député la speaker nyanda bulo kana deputy speaker pena karte man fay fay ni na nyon jamal lebe 2024 draft ko wala kan tika support
wala mto nyaade honorable baraka bake thank you so much for answering to us be jigla ni nako be mudla nam ko take by the time aliye ning 2024 adam barola draft ning aliya decision make je be sambala nan ko take ning abada ala bala ning betra sima yala. Thank you so much, Honorable, for answering to our call. Thank you so much.
You are welcome at all times.
Thank you. Badi wala mu right Honorable Madi Ceesay aliamoyle I mem besane ndi jang ndesan. This is very sad. Nintamu NPP dingoti B mbe diaspora mbe political bondila na kuonye konole. Let's look at the Gambia just for a moment, and then a rational decision when you make decision on me is going to be an informed decision. Itamu NPP dimoti ila dimbal be NPP dimoti be bataka ni Gambia la political kono te nyamende. You are yet denied your citizenry right kaje ko ngo kata Gambia kakate o yimfay. It's very sad. It's a very sad day for diaspora. But what can we do? Ndose menke no wala munyetiko. Mol many along wala malafi ngakato yimfay. We hold them account to let them pay the price. May sabu yembali kana ka prunga nakato yimfay. Ali honorable moile NPP call be diaspora e kato fay. Mamira wonya nakakolea NPP dipidel bloko no kaje kumunko ke banka foko diaspora ta kate fay. Diaspora e munekela. Wala sabu tay ni to ka fontine ka fanye ko 2024 draft. In 2024 draft, honorable Kamem for Aliajala, diaspora voting is clearly mentioned in the 2024 draft. So saying, Ning itolga for 2024 draft, itol left a walela. Yening close to Ninta ya faje, and ya pass, then diaspora is not even gonna vote. Until mean by diaspora, we are not gonna vote. So modul many alonko, let us compromise. There is this kind of compromise and other stuffs. Look, NPP is not ready to even allow this new constitution prior pass. NPP is not a party, they are ready to allow a new constitution to be passed. They are ready. imagine naka diaspora fon la voting nim fon fay. But it's not a surprise to anyone that if a diaspora la voting nim talaka cancel because they know clearly that they have no support in diaspora here. But woman yana ketul bali puka diaspora fon allow, you know, puka rights to katro nim fay. Mbe député do fana sodo la janne men na kiam west la honorable Lamin Ceesay but janne wote ma benna UDP student youth president call la for honorable Haggi Suwaneh mba fana call la fana be nala jang I react on this issue me alon ka keta nyalon ko nafilo be ke kan Gambia. Hello honorable.
Hello.
Honorable ihako bende yanga wato mem fo wanata na tambin audio system mo jaka so tambulo kono man na kalano I'm doing Facebook live but even live la sainte.
Alright, thank you.
Yes, honorable ngalon ifana ye kibaro mo ila me alon ko is a very sad day for democracy, a very sad day for Gambians in diaspora and in Gambian men fon yalon ko bantala bawo. We all want to take part in decision making, the most important decision making process in our country, which is the executive elections. Kibaro mo ile menkera National Assembly. Malo mo na makilala reaction mo to kibaro ni honorable.
Abaraka ba ke kendo yen so ko ke mbafla jibirla le namor la benko Ramadan Karim sunkaro ko la like mo be alo nyamina atanga break kale sunkaro ni for our public engagements for us to focus on these blessed months of Ramadan and then ka aladan na bangkoy family and then misime ay ka aladan for amin say be ma ko ngati konola but anglo kanyadi when circumstances change always things will change be during anyinge akadanye ndi ku ya quality when I read this thing on social media from Ceesay's post akadanye ko come like it's a day that definitely which remind me of 2016 when the East National Assembly Fabaka Tumonjata, the majority leader at the time, now the Speaker of the House, Miriam Mosono passed state of emergency. That day I was like I was traveling to Dakar, Ukata Aramabaruna swearing in atelier. The type of sadness na mention the same type of sadness no also be kaje ko gambe dingol fele wuday ken kabola bako be bori kam fo mo so dingo kata ma o ba dala jolom o ramo dala wolu wala niw ko da jamisa bringa nyin karam the same niw ko ya wala sayda kanan dal rek keken do may niw pen di ba wala min ko amamme baake albe ya karande from the economic perspective, the GDP of this country, the diaspora, has contributed this 2024 almost 31% of the GDP. Diaspora level contribute. 31% of the GDP, the society, well, the people who contribute to the well-being of their own country, because the people of this country, most majority are well taken care of by their people and the diaspora. Kanaka wo multa kawol deny ila constitutional and civic right for the sake of political cowardness wo mu kulet me alon ko ay niyo ya back so nyina nan ko lungo ni ay remind lung dibiri balada lungo me I find and then when I saw the justice minister before the NAMs today cannot even justify, cannot even defend, cannot even stood for his responsibility. Definitely, I ask myself more than 100 times, what type of country are we in? Because before the NAMs, this is not a diaspora bill. It is an election bill. Election bill is tabled by the state, and the state, the senior legal advisor for the state,
Justice Minister,
Attorney General, and the Justice Minister. So that senior legal advisor, at the time of the drafting, today the diaspora voting without demarcating the diaspora as a constituency is unconstitutional. I don't know what constitutionality they were referring to.
But sorry to cut you, but I think in 2021 or 2022, somewhere around there, how to call it, Pajao, Pasamba and the others, I think Yenyu Pusamba no High Court is at the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court ruled that Gambians and diaspora have the right to vote. So Malum on constitutionality about or time correct.
That is where I am coming to. When the Justice Minister stood and said, diaspora voting, if the IEC is empowered to give right to diaspora to vote, is unconstitutional because the 1997 Constitution only recognizes 53 constituencies and then 5 nominated National Assembly members. Therefore, adding anything on top of that one will be unconstitutional. So, is a fallacy. Amanke Tonyati is purely meant to deliberately mislead the public. And then based on political cowardness, because I call it cowardness. This is cowardness. Because you know why it is cowardness? It's because the diaspora is perceived to be opposing the ruling government. So yes. So when the diaspora is perceived to be opposing the ruling government, means that they can suppress those people by infringing their constitutional and civil rights. So around 2020 to 22 years, around 2020, Pastor 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒊𝒔 and co. They challenged this matter before the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court have given the right to the diaspora that it is a right for the diaspora to vote and to be voted for. So if the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the diaspora to be voted for and to vote, means that the clause that is entailed in that 1997 Constitution, to my little knowledge of constitutional, that is in fact unconstitutional.
Definitely. Madi Molo?
The diaspora voted, you understand? Yeah. So, remember the whole meeting, but let's not forget, I'm not legally minded to that extent. But we got our independence. Before we demarcate ourselves into constituencies and stuff like that, we were having the right to vote.
Network of play can bal hako tulanye wotole.
Hello?
Yes, game well, you are back.
Yes. Banko jungol hako ile nyando kuka katyo fai. Wotu mo mo inata bank vota ka divide ka demarcate ka constituencies. So therefore, even after that one, to demarcate like the diaspora to be in a constituency, that's a matter of not even more than like let's say 1 week walking day, because consultation among our neighboring country here, Senegal, Senegal have the diaspora voting. How did they achieve that one? Constituencies. Have the political will to enfranchise the diaspora. So deliberately, disenfranchise because they simply perceive them as opposing their policies and programs. They are opposing their way of governance. The diaspora is not in line with what with how and then the way and the manner this current government is ruling our country. So that being said, they have made this thing, and to me, this is not only a sad news today, but this has shown all this around the 2024 draft constitution and 2020 draft constitution. This has proven that the borough government have no political will to in fact bring us or usher the country to a third republic. They don't have even the political will to bring us a new constitution. All the surrounding around this 2020 draft, the 2024 draft is only a mere face astronomical, but they don't have the political guts to campaign into the third republic, whereby we'll have a constitution that is going to be different from the 1997 constitution. So in terms of the but among the election bureau in Belta personal election bureau which were very important to the democratization of this country. In fact, because the 2020 draft draft constitution is half in this thing. They understand. The diaspora voting is in the 2020 draft constitution. So why do they take from the 2020 draft constitution into the Election Act? With the same Minister of Justice again, the same Minister of Justice has more document. So why, if it is on constitution, why take it from the 2020 draft constitution? You can do the 20 election below when you know it's unconstitutional. So at the first place, the entire the entire process is a scam. It's just to play with the minds of, I call again, the donors, not the Gambians. It's to play with the minds of donors. It's to just mislead the general public that we want to do this thing, but this is why and how we want to. But when understanding, you know very well you don't want to do it. So this process is a scam. It's a pure scam that the Minister of Justice has involved himself to, and the President, proving that the President's cluelessness is on the wall for everybody to see, because he doesn't have a clue of or an idea of how governance work or how constitutions are made. Because even if you don't have any basic understanding of a law, you know very well this is a scam. They have no political will to either push us into the Third Republic by bringing us a new constitution, or in fact giving the right to people who already got their constitutional right to vote. So it's a total rejection of the people's aspiration and it's an attack on our democracy.
It's an attack on our democracy. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you so much for hearing from you. Bekuman lako de Kenya do man ning 2024 Barrow draft constitution on your final decision on next year. We will come back here again and then discuss extensively on this matter. But thank you so much for adhering and answering to our call, Honorable. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a massive cowardness and cowardice NPP to kill our the spirit of nationalism and in constitutional rights. As diasporians, we are not going to be eligible to vote. But we will still go and vote. The sad thing is, and their voices, could have been, counted and echoed. Decision I make Mobila Kamukan. That is the sad thing. But Kalialo Nyamen NPP is a scam. They are using the justice system. Gambia Dimulbalke scam. But this is the thing. When you are in the public office, that is what your legacy is going to be. Dawda Jallow is certainly going to be remembered as a puppet, as a, how to call it, Bulukonomo Mealonko by Yuskan, Gambia Dimulta Kentia. Ning NPP ko itol Africa 2024 constitution will pass. Diaspora voting and in term limits. Diaspora voting term limits. These are some of the very important points. Many alonko na fengoye will cover. Ding 2024 draft constitutional. Itol yaje komunko. These are some of the most important elements. Member what constitution so needed then ila only intentional movement wala muka time limit to take that away just for one reason wala to allow that useless president Adama Barrow to continue ruling Gambia for the next 20 years altogether. So NPP la intentional to make things better for the Gambians, or to allow Gambians to be in a democratic society, fully democratic society. NPP la intentional movement is to allow themselves to rule the Gambians by force until Alabela Kuwato Dangadamento. But let's remember, Yaya Jami Balantale to change the constitution for the Gambians until 2016. But Biring Alawado Sida with the 1997 constitution, yet still he was booted out. So Adama Barrow is not going to be an exception. A failure to allow Gambians in diaspora to vote officially is going to be his greatest mistake, because 2024 ni ala sonda Adama be bolagele. So ala regret and ala sorrowfulness he's going to live without a legacy. He's going to live without a third republic, without instituting a third republic. Adama Barrow presidency is going to be the greatest regret Gambia in the Mesoto, because all this brouhaha from 2016, the reason why he bypassed the 3 years agreement and coalition with Mesoto, and the claim was he was supposed to let Gambia to have a new constitution. He was supposed to make Gambia to be in a fully democratic society. And among new democratization of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, diaspora voting is one of them. New constitution is one of them, and third limit is one of them. So Nunibe, he's going to fail entirely on all these things. Plus the massive and bright daylight corruption Mayalonka Bekek and Gambia, corruption Mayalongo is being legitimized by Adama Barrow himself at a formal corruption of Akanka Dandinge. So this is going to be a massive failure. But Kanala Warotaba and Besunkarokano, I just hope to try now. Deputy Dofanang Sambanam. Dofana Yala perspective di Mola. I'm so grateful that Nadipitelu they're always willing to answer our calls here Kumandi Watu Watina. Alwatin Dindi Nanga Deputy Dofana Sambanam, then Zena Kacha Danduotola. But I will try Sunkarokono Lafakaten Kundum back to Funtilanane. Engagement because a lot of things are happening. We will have to talk about them. Hello, assalamu alaikum, honorable.
Hello, alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Yes, Korokim Sadanso.
Honorable Inimbara, Ivenyadi, Kaibe Life, Lokodi, Bufanyokonon.
Inimbara, thank you so much.
Honorable Ngalombi Allah Deputy Bungo Dudale, Akibarol Moile ko Menkera Deputy Bungo NPP, Aning ila Alliance member solo, Aning some wolf in sip cloth, many alloke latikam, ye diaspora voting yinta ya butcher. So, but lafta ke fana na reaction o mo forced on the reason iti amena muna asabu ye diaspora voting yimuta ya butcher. Aning what is the contradiction diaspora voting wobe constitutional men kono to lafta me ye pass aning ye diaspora voting bondi wo constitutional yin kono ka butcher. What are they telling the Gambians?
Anyway, my first reaction is that akeda jikilate balti, akeda nikya balti. It has been so disgusting, so devastating. You know, in this 21st century, can you see family? You know, kajako bakudol meya lonko, woleka 30% of our GDP, of our gross domestic product, many cow produced, many cow contribute. 30% of our GDP is contributed by the diasporians. You know, kanalo tilibula kunte ba kafoko constitutionally will deny to vote. In fact, to rely on one clause of the constitution when others have allowed and expressly said that every citizen is eligible to vote. Every national Gambian, every citizen of the Gambia is eligible to vote. Now, it's eligible to vote, irrespective of where you are, you should be able to vote. So, but it is a cooked, it is a carved, it is premeditated, you know, to deny diaspora from voting. Be somandale mu ye kabrinda na National Assembly, you know, mo mfango kafutema, you know, mfango tema National Assembly menkera honorable Almame Jibati, ayang kumandi, ayitandi nako, mfelen kana electoral bill ma, bari meeting na letara meeting ola, menketa Minister of Justice, aning Honorable Sidin Jai. This I'm quoting from Almame Jiba, okay? Aning Honorable Sidin Jai, aning Honorable Samba Jallo, aning Honorable Seni Jawara, aning Honorable Alajimbo. He told me go letter of Kokusla with the Honorable, you know, how to call it Minister Dauda Jallo. And this has been a planting. But I already know that that has happened because Kabrimbo processing can another stop closely Jube can voto in under diaspora voting, okay? Another closely Jube can then what happens is Honorable Seni Jawara then where I tend to go, but Nyanda diaspora voting in the follow Jube la follow then Bitanyin Temando. And that point has been reiterated by Honorable Sidin Jai, okay? and supported by the rest of the group. So it's not right for them to vote. No, it has been premeditated.
So puri yata bondige completely janningal election below nyimbe fangala. Okay.
And the meaningfully,
okay.
The technicians, the technocrats, many along they are doctors and professors will need consultation on diaspora voting. Especially the National Assembly members will samba to take us through diaspora. Diaspora has been demarcated. Consultancy for diaspora to be demarcated into constituencies. And that diaspora demarcation into constituencies, even the African regions will be demarcated.
Okay.
And in that place, everybody agreed that this is very good and we cannot deny those people from voting. That is not an excuse too. If we should wait for IEC to do that diaspora constituency demarcation, what should happen is people can vote on the constituencies in the Gambia here while they are in diaspora.
That makes sense.
It is very feasible. You in Finland, somebody in Finland from 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 constituency should be able to vote on the 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 constituency while in Finland. Somebody in Tallinn should be able to vote in Bronx in New York as a constituency as a voter in Tallinn constituency.
That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
It does, but they denied it deliberately because they are scared of diaspora voting. That is all. It was deliberate, and there is no basis of it. Supreme Court made a ruling on this.
Yes.
So I will send you the Supreme Court ruling on 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏 case.
Okay.
You will have a look at that one.
Okay.
Supreme Court ruled on this that every citizen, irrespective of where you are, if you are a Gambian, the Constitution allows you to vote. If we don't have a mechanism to allow them to vote, but we should not put in the legislation for those people not to vote, or to deny them the legislation not to vote.
But
you don't have the mechanism, you just put it in the legislation, or not to have it in the legislation is the worst.
Même form contradiction of Fangoti. It is a 2024 draft, Barola draft. Yeah, ila Barola draft ni me allocated from the city. Yeah, diaspora voting captured. Diaspora voting was captured in the 2024 draft. So, but Nina Tela Nindo Ninjibe, then yet diaspora voting bondigele, meaning that if a plans will make a constitutional impasse, then at that point, diaspora voting is completely out of it.
You can come again. There has been a call coming, so
okay.
I didn't get those other
coming for drunk. It all 2024 so-called draft constitution owning. Diaspora voting was clearly mentioned in that constitution. So saying Janni war constitution owning, draft constitution owning, Alpesila Pruka war agreement owning, I believe this month ending. So what is their plan? Like they want to make sure that Janni be in draft constitution owning pass la. Clearly, diaspora voting in Bondinge completely. So, hand constitutional impasse that then diasporians are not going to think of voting.
No, in constitutional impasse, the message is that even if the constitution is passed, which is not going to happen, okay? Even if the constitution is passed, the constitution supersedes every law. Any law that contradicts the constitution, which is the supreme law of our country, the constitution shall prevail over that constitution. The constitution shall prevail over that law.
So this one is going to be rescinded at that point.
Contrary, if it passes and diaspora voting has been clearly spelled out, to qualify them to vote, no law can supersede the constitution. Constitution supersedes every law of our country. Any law that is in contravention of the constitution prevails over that.
Okay.
So, but however, they know that constitution is not going to pass. They know that very well. They don't have the number to pass that constitution. And they cannot get the number to pass that constitution. If you look at the voting pattern today, what happens is, for that of Ponyi Nams, because I had Honorable 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 during our voting, telling people, this constitution is what we are protecting. That is the 1997 constitution. That is the Jammeh book. Okay? That is the Jammeh constitution. And in Jammeh's relationship with the diaspora has always been very sour and bitter. Okay? So he blatantly denied diaspora from voting by butchering that constitution into nothing.
So it all everything is to protect Jamela constitution or handing ayatra non komongo dai, so need to modify that constitution in a better one, and society should nyameng at a time.
Perfect. You can say that again.
Okay, Honorable, thank you so much for having you. I will fix my things and make sure also on that day together in Honorable Madi, probably Honorable Yaya Metensanyang and other honorables. We can discuss these things extensively when you people must have already made decision on the so-called draft constitution of Mialonko Iba prepare Kampuka and the Alnyato Parliament Onyento. Thank you so much for the time, Honorable. Appreciate it.
Exactly. To put this on record for these few independent members who have been very firm with us.
Okay.
Honorable Jato voted with us in favor of the diaspora voting. Honorable Umar Jato Jamme of Janjanambure constituency, Honorable Jamme. Honorable Ablaye Njai of Banjul South constituency, of Banjul Central constituency, and Honorable Tumanjai of Banjul South constituency have all voted with us. You know. Honorable Suwaneh of Doi has also voted with us as UDP NAMS to allow diaspora to go. To put that on record is important.
Okay.
Yes.
Honorable Omar Jado, Honorable Tumanjai, Honorable Ablaye, and Honorable Suwaneh will pay lateral candidate to vote.
Exactly.
So it means all the 40 MPs will be Namanke, Honorable Omar. Is it? Yeah, all the 40 MPs. It will be a vote against the constitution.
Honorable Bakari was not there. He stepped out during that voting.
Okay.
But then the rest voted with them.
So they all voted in support of disallowing diasporians to vote.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much, Honorable. This is a good one. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate this. Barkabake, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Badimolu aliam wele sai ku jamal ba funde kan ngalo Honorable man si sefani ñu fa jane so aliya yele how ka tani ngete nyame. It's very clear that this UDP la kuwal jenya nyimbanko kan is very different from most of these people, and I think that explains why Mojamabe is landing ko yuni UDP nata. The level of determination, the level of commitment, and the level of UDP la foresightedness ka call J Gambia la nyato tato. It's just amazing. Where Sabong it's not going to be an easy fight kaje komongo to change things in the Gambia. But we have to be strong kaje komongo. We fight together and we finish the fight together. Ning left anga banko nyenta anga fani. And Honorable Member Soli Yakata sunkarola bakirin fana malafi inta fonga nyameja. Ala baraka bake also video nyita ala share. This is very good information. Gambia dimolu yalong jumalel bela fring Gambia la samala jumalel bela fring Gambia la komatala jumalel bi famul kumul jibe kan masakunda kono. This is a very important information for gaje ko mongo along. Ala baraka bake, thank you. Alma sudo diala. Ramadan Mubarak.